Welcome back to Reflections with Emrys. Let's take a moment to see what each symbol has to offer today. Today's symbols are the swan, the rune, Inguz, and the un, also known as the gorse. The swan is a symbol of grace, devotion, and the beauty of becoming. At its core, the swan carries a calm elegance that comes from inner alignment rather than performance. It represents emotional depth held with poise, the ability to feel intensely without losing your center. The swan also speaks to devotion, not only to another, but to a path, a calling, or a truth you have chosen to live by. It teaches transformation through tenderness, the way you shed old forms when you are finally ready to trust your own growth. And it reminds you that softness can be powerful when it is rooted in self-respect. In life, the swan may show up when you are refining your boundaries, your relationships, or your sense of identity with more care and maturity. It can appear when you are being asked to move with dignity through an emotional season, even if you feel vulnerable underneath. You might be stepping into a more authentic expression of yourself, letting what is awkward become beautiful with time. It may also arrive when love is being redefined as commitment, as honesty, as presence. And it often signals that the next stage of your growth will be guided by grace, not force. Its reflection is this: let your life be shaped by what you value most, not by what you fear. Move gently, but do not shrink. Let your devotion be clean and chosen, not obligated. What you become will be truer if it grows from tenderness. Inguz is a rune of inner growth, gestation, and the moment when potential becomes ready to emerge. At its core, Inguz speaks to what is forming beneath the surface, quietly strengthening in its own time. It symbolizes fertility and creation, not only in the literal sense, but in ideas, projects, healing, and personal evolution. This rune teaches patience with the process, because readiness cannot be rushed without cost. It also carries the energy of completion, where something reaches maturity and can finally be released into the world. And it reminds you that true growth is often invisible until it suddenly is not. In life, Inguz may show up when you are in a waiting season that is not empty, but preparing. It can appear when you are developing a skill, building a relationship, or nurturing a dream that needs more time to take shape. You might feel a desire to protect what is growing, to keep it close until it is strong enough for exposure. It may also arrive when you are close to finishing something, and you need one last steady push to bring it to completion. And it often signals that the next step is not to rush outward, but to tend inward. Its reflection is this: trust what is ripening inside you. Just because others cannot see it does not mean it is not real. Give your growth the privacy it needs. When the moment comes, you will know, because release will feel natural instead of forced. The gorse is an ohm of fiery courage, protection, and the bright spark of life that refuses to go out. At its core, gorse carries a fierce, solar energy, like a flame that keeps burning even in harsh conditions. It symbolizes resilience, optimism, and the will to endure with spirit intact. Gorse also carries protective strength, the kind that says no clearly and guards what is sacred. It teaches that hope is not naive. It is an active force you choose again and again. And it reminds you that a little fire, tended faithfully, can change everything. In life, gorse may show up when you are rebuilding confidence after disappointment or fatigue. It can appear when you need to rekindle motivation, especially if you have been going through the motions without real warmth. You might be called to protect your energy from people or patterns that dampen your light. It may also arrive when you are ready to take a brave step, even if you still feel tender. And it often signals that your spirit wants more honesty, more aliveness, and fewer compromises. Its reflection is this: keep your inner flame simple and steady. Do not wait for perfect conditions to feel hopeful. Protect what gives you life, even if others do not understand it. The fire you tend today becomes the light you live by tomorrow. When we look at these three symbols together, a clear theme begins to form. The swan brings grace and devoted becoming. Inguz brings inner ripening and readiness. Un brings courage and resilient flame. Together, they suggest a transformation that is both tender and brave, where something beautiful is growing in you and is nearly ready to be expressed. The swan shows you how to move with dignity while you change, without abandoning your sensitivity. Inguz confirms that the quiet work is working, even if you cannot measure it yet. And gorse adds the spark that turns potential into action, helping you protect your hope and take the step that releases what has been forming. The swan encourages you to embody your values with grace. Inguz invites you to honor timing and trust the process. Om reminds you to keep your courage lit and your boundaries clear. The mood here is warm, hopeful, and quietly radiant. It feels like something turning golden from the inside out. There is a lesson about patience that does not dim passion, and passion that does not override tenderness. This combination suggests you are not meant to force your next chapter, but you are meant to believe in it enough to prepare for it. And it teaches that when your inner growth meets courageous protection, your new life can emerge with both beauty and strength. Today's reflection is this: let grace guide your becoming, let patience mature your vision, and let your inner fire protect the moment you are ready to rise. Thank you for joining me. I'll meet you in the next reflection.